Hi, this is Group 6 for IES project, and we're here to present to you our product. Our product is called Juice Box, and Linda will be taking you through how the product works itself, and Tolotra will be taking you through the technical part of our product. Thank you. I'll let Linda take you through the next part.
So moving on to how our product works, as you can see, it's called Juice Box, and we have different RFID cables, in total 7 of them. And I'm going to demonstrate how when you place the RFID card on the box, different sounds will be played, and these sounds will be portraying different emotions that we want the kid to be educated about. So I'll move on straight to the cards. The first one we have is this card, which shows the smiley face, and this is representing happiness. So this, the song that plays shows happiness, and as you can see, the LED turns green. Moving on to the next one. Sad face. And as you can hear, it's the sound of a baby crying, which shows sadness. And as you can see, the LED changes color to blue. Moving on to the next card. This shows anger. As you can see, the music changes sort of an angry tone, and the LED changes color to red. Our next card. This shows disgust. As you can see, the LED also changes color.
What is it?
Moving on to our next card.
What is it?
This shows surprise, as you can see by the emoji.
It's ravioli.
And the LED changes color as well.
Come and move that in my direction. So thankful for that, it's such a blessing, yeah.
And the next card. This shows fear. And as you can see, the LED changes to purple, and as you can hear, the sound is sort of a scary sound, which shows fear. Moving on to the next card, we have this, which turns the LED off. It's pause, as you can see with the symbol, it's sort of a pause. And this one turns the box and also the LED off.
Thank you, Linda. I'm Tulucha, and I'm going to go through all the technical part of this toy that you just see. It's actually very simple. It's based on basic components such as Raspberry Pi, and I'm going to show it immediately right now. So, as you can see, there's a box over here. We call it the Juice Box, but when you open it, we can see that there's a lot of electronic components inside. So, I'm going to go through all of these components right now. Here we can see that we have the Raspberry Pi, this green microchip over here, and this is the RFID reader, which we use to scan the RFID cards from the back. And this over here we have our speaker. And the thing about this toy is that the role of Raspberry Pi is to output the song to the speaker according to what RFID card has been scanned. And to get that, I wrote a program on the Raspberry Pi that controls both the speaker and the LEDs, which is over here, as you can see. If I show you this RGB, it's connected to the Raspberry Pi. So all the components are controlled by the Raspberry Pi, and I'm going to show you the code right now. So we have over here the Raspbian operating system, and this is the code that I wrote on. It's written in Python. So, for example, we have here a method that is called play. This method is a function that plays the song, and we can have here a list of a song like angry, fear, sad, happy, despacito, and disgust. And here are the list of a tag RFID card. So each of these RFID card has a unique ID which we recorded over here, and then we just look up which song title is linked to this RFID. So that's basically how our code works. So I'm going to run the code and show you what happens in the Raspberry Pi when I run it. So I'm going to click on this run button, and a terminal just appear, which is saying welcome to Toy Emo Player, waiting for the card to be read. And I'm going to test for this card, which is an angry card. So when I put the card over here, it is going to play the angry card, and as you can see on the code, it says playing emotion angry song, and also it waits for the next card to be played. So that's how it works in when I run the code. And the last but not least, over here we can see that our Just box is just connected to the power supply. It's not connected on my computer, but it's connected through the internet, through the Wi-Fi, just for me to run the code and stop it. But apart from that, there's just the supply powered for it. So that's how it works in the technical part.